From politics to global affairs, we dissect the news.
Good day there, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday afternoon. It's a long weekend, most of the places, so I hope you have a great weekend, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Welcome to Borderline Banter. As always, I'm Mike, one of your Banterful hosts, alongside of Dustin. Dustin, how's it going?
It's going really well. We made it to Friday. We did take a Wednesday off again. Apologies for anyone who missed us.
That was on me this time. It was.
Oh, hold on one minute. It was health related. Needed a day off type of thing.
But yeah, we're back. We're here. We're ready for some banter.
Thanks everyone for tuning in now or during the broadcast or even later, because it looks like people view our show afterwards quite a bit.
Maybe people don't realize we're live, or I don't know. But yeah, we're always here.
But either way, it all counts. So
yeah. Well, welcome. Anything interesting or any plans this weekend before we get going?
Well, you said it's a long weekend.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I get it off.
Yeah, it's Labor Day.
Not 100%, but Labor Day. Yeah. Which means what? What does Labor Day mean?
Means that you get a day off for all the hard work you've done in the labor.
And you're not
really
supposed to
you're not supposed to wear white on Tuesday.
It's to honor and recognize the American labor movement and the works and contributions of laborers to the development and achievements in the United States.
Well, I don't know why Canada has it then, but
looks like 1882.
Well, Canada has it as well. Yeah.
Probably started in a different year, each place, but yeah, it's the one day a year where we recognize that people work.
Hey, well, a lot of people don't work these days, so I get it.
By letting them not.
It's like Justin Trudeau was saying Happy Labor Day to everybody. He's like, dude, you gotta work to celebrate Labor Day.
Yeah, I mean,
speaking of that, like same as Joe Biden. Where's Joe Biden been? He's probably celebrating the long weekend.
The last time I saw Joe Biden, he was on a beach.
Yeah, and like the last time I saw that, like, honestly, I don't know what's going on with him. Like,
I just Googled, where is Joe Biden? And the first result is from National Review, and they titled it, "Remember Joe Biden?"
Yeah. So here, are you on it right now? Let's see.
Yeah. Here, let me pull it up. We'll go ahead and just hop to this weird thing I found.
Remember Joe Biden? Well, it's true. When was the last DNC was the last time I saw him, and that was a speech. That's it.
Yeah.
And before that,
and they put this out
June
August 29, which was yesterday. So they put this out yesterday.
The picture's from June 29th. So
the picture? Oh, you're right.
Yeah, 2 months ago. 2 months ago, June.
Yeah.
One moment he was attending state dinners, engaging in debates, and visiting sites around the nation. The next, he was a little bit more than a fable.
He's like a unicorn.
Yeah, he's
now.
gone. We're not gonna read this. I don't really want to read this, but yeah, he's.
Gather round, children, and let me regale you. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's missing. He's MIA. I do not think America has a president right now. United States does not have a sitting president at the moment. He's laying down.
Talk about that at all? Okay, well, this doesn't really give much of like when was the last time we saw him information.
Okay, well,
which I was kind of hoping it would, but it doesn't seem to.
It's been a bit.
Do you remember Joe?
Yeah.
I remember Joe.
I remember.
But this is why he was saying he didn't feel he was capable of doing both job of president and the campaigning
because
for
he can't even
the next
do the
president
job.
You know, to actively be campaigning, it would be just embarrassing at this point because he's literally just taking a vacation, which you can do as a president. We got precedent for that, you know.
Okay.
Do you ever have Justin Trudeau just take swaths of time off?
Oh, what he has many times like that. Like
right, so you guys have it too.
And he gets
just like,
but yeah, he does.
You could just do
then
that.
He tries to charge the taxpayers, and then he takes 2 planes to every location he goes to. But
well, he needs Secret Service too, so you got to pay for all that.
We don't have Secret Service here in Canada, so we have the RCs, and they're everywhere. Anyway, let's move on.
He doesn't have a Secret Service that goes with him.
Not they. They're the RCMP.
Okay, well, I mean that's not free, so
no.
But yeah, it sounds like you guys got it too, where you could just kind of not do anything as president, but you can't not do anything campaigning. It's a different thing.
So let's get in.
So Joe's exactly where he can do what he needs to do, which is nothing.
So let's get in our first story here.
What is our
actually
teaser? Johnny
sad.
Hockey and brother Matthew. We're starting with the sad news.
Yeah.
I may not be in the correct order here. Let me make sure.
This is very important to me. Only because I'm a big hockey fan. I'm a huge Johnny Gaudreau fan. But yes, from CNN Sports. NHL star Johnny Gaudreau and his brother killed in New Jersey crash on the eve of their sister's wedding. So yeah, just a devastating story. I already read lots about this, but yeah, they were killed by a drunk driver last night. And yeah,
I didn't read all the articles, but I saw it was on basically every news channel ever because like it's a shock. Like,
and he's
this
amazing.
Is somebody in their prime currently playing. Like
that's why I'm wearing my Calgary Flames jersey because he did play for the Calgary Flames. This isn't a Johnny Gaudreau jersey, but I did want to wear this in remembrance for him.
He plays for the Flames, I assume?
He did. He's now playing for Columbus, Ohio. So, Columbus Blue Jackets, sorry.
Blue Jackets, okay. I was trying to read this part. I was like...
Columbus, Ohio, Blue Jackets.
Blue suckers.
But he scored over 100 points in some seasons, and that's pretty good. 82 games are in a season, and you get a point per goal.
So that's more than one per game, which is really good considering how, like, hockey kind of works like soccer.
I was going to describe hockey to you, but you know hockey. You do know the rules of hockey and stuff. So.
A little bit. I know they go trimesters. And it's basically Rocket League with sticks.
NHL star Johnny Gaudreau and his brother were fatally struck by a suspected drunk driver while riding bikes on New Jersey roadway, officials said. Just hours before they were served as groomsmen in his sister's wedding. Yeah, not hours, but his sister was due to get married today. She canceled the wedding. Clearly, makes sense.
I mean, it would have been a large number of hours, but you could say hours.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the death.
Not that you need to make it more tragic. It's already tragic. Yeah. Right.
The death of Johnny Hockey. That's what he's known as, Johnny Hockey, because he was a great kid. He started, and he was an amazing, amazing kid, known for his enthusiasm on the ice and kindness off of it. And his siblings Matthew left the sports world mourning. And yeah, they were both great players. I didn't know Matthew that well because he didn't play on my team as a Flames fan, right?
Was he professional?
He was, yeah. They both played in the league, right? So they both are NHL players. So,
Jesus.
Yeah. Gaudreau's team, the Columbus Blue Jackets, called the deaths an unimaginable tragedy. Yeah, 100%. Columbus did. I'm pretty sure every team in the NHL would have tweeted out a picture of him in his jersey because that's what you should do. But just to honor the fallen. Johnny Gaudreau, 31. Matthew Gaudreau, 29. Were riding bicycles around 8:19 p.m. Thursday on a country road in Old Man's Township, community in the southern New Jersey near Delaware River, when a Jeep Grand Cherokee that was attempting to pass two slower vehicles hit them, according to New Jersey police. So he was drunk and speeding, it sounds like, and he killed him. Now, one thing, I'm 100% against drunk driving. I don't tolerate. I think you're scum if you drink and drive, and you take offense to that. Too fucking bad. Yeah. You want to take a look at this?
Here he is. Here's the guy, Sean Higgins.
Yeah.
The Jeep driver, who police identified as 43-year-old Sean Higgins, is charged with 2 counts of vehicular homicide in the second degree, according to the complaint. Through further investigation, Higgins was suspected of being under the influence of alcohol. State Police Sergeant Jeffrey LeBron said in a news release.
I think if you get caught, if you kill someone drinking and driving,
they know whether or not he was. I think
if you get caught drinking and driving, it's automatically second-degree murder charge.
So that may implicitly give us the answer there.
Yeah, but that's homicide, vehicular homicide, which that's not that's not second-degree murder. Like, I'd almost say first-degree murder because you are drunk getting in a car is intent. Your intent is to get home, but you're also impaired, so your intent is to kill someone.
So that's going to vary from state to state.
So that's why I say second-degree murder, because you're not intending to kill someone, but you still killed someone. Therefore, second-degree murder.
Higgins stated he had consumed roughly 5 to 6 beers before the accident, according to a probable cause affidavit filed with the Salem County Superior Court Friday. Yeah, but they definitely tested him, right?
Yeah, well, that's it. But
like when they apprehended him,
unless they go give a blood test and he refuses, because those breathalyzers don't work. They can't be used against you. You have to get blood work done.
Well, you can't refuse the blood work when you've killed 2 people.
You can just fight. You can fight them. All right, they can't really hold you down. So.
What? The police can't hold you down?
I've never seen.
Yes, they
take
can.
Blood? I don't know. I don't see if they while they're taking blood. I don't.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they will actually handcuff all 4 of your limbs to a hospital bed. There's a video where an officer actually assaulted somebody while they had all 4 limbs cuffed. So they definitely can and do it. And that officer took it a step further and assaulted somebody in that position. So that's how I know they can and do it. I saw it. There was also that nurse that they arrested for not drawing blood from somebody.
Look at this. Well, he should have probably not have said this. Mr. Higgins explicitly stated to the effect that his consumption of alcohol beverages contributed to his impatience and reckless driving, which resulted in the motor vehicle accident. So yeah, he just
for sure. But why are you admitting it?
Yeah, like again, I'm glad. That's good.
Now we don't even really need a blood test or a breath test or anything. You just kind of said it. So.
No, I'm not gonna give this guy any forgiveness. But if he's taking full accountability, that's something. If he's not denying, I'm not ever gonna say that's good. He's a piece of shit and he deserves to rot in prison. But accountability is something. I'm not fighting it. I'm saying, yep, I did it. Stop. Don't have to waste some money, you know. Yeah. Higgins made his first appearance in court at Friday afternoon, which is today, but did not enter plea according to Salem Country Court. So, okay.
So he said he did it as far as he consumed alcohol, but he hasn't entered a plea of guilty.
Yeah. Well, he's got to talk to his doctor. Yeah.
Technically, he hasn't said the important part of I did it.
No, but he's got to talk to his lawyer.
There's no question here.
Yeah, he's got to talk to his lawyer and all.
His lawyer will tell him that he'll get the lesser punishment by just saying he did it, because if you start fighting, you get maximums.
The Gaudreau brothers were scheduled to serve as groomsmen's Friday afternoon at their sister's wedding in Philadelphia, according to her online registry. Yeah. Last night we lost 2 husbands, 2 fathers, 2 sons, 2 brothers, 2 sons, and 2 brother-in-laws, 2 nephews, 2 cousins, 2 family members, 2 teammates, 2 friends, 2 really true amazing humans. That's 100% true. Their Uncle Jim Gaudreau said Friday morning in a family statement on Facebook. We want to let everybody know that we're receiving your messages of love and support, and we appreciate your continuing thoughts and prayers. Outside the Calgary Saddledome, where the Flames play, on the steps, people are putting hockey sticks, purple Gatorade, which is Johnny's favorite drink, and his jersey and all that stuff. So people are mourning everywhere. Like, he was not only was he a hockey player, but he was actually a good hockey player. He cared about the community. I actually used to watch him play Fortnite. Probably about 6 years ago, he used to play Fortnite. Him, a whole bunch of other hockey players would set up for them and all play Fortnite on their days off. So
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Should they put together a Twitch or something for it so people can watch?
Yeah. Higgins' court appearance, Judge Michael J. Silverano said the charges against him are punishable by a maximum of 10 years in New Jersey State Prison. So is that 10 years each or 10 years overall? Higgins is being represented by a public defense attorney, but he said at the hearing he will hire his own lawyer. Okay.
So, yeah, I think they're saying total, the max is 10 for all the charges.
That doesn't seem not enough.
So I don't.
He killed 2 people, and he took his whole and he destroyed families. That's.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get the justice you want out of the case.
That's pretty disgusting.
This is saying. I mean, I was going to Google the charges and see, because we were already reading, you said, it's not murder, it was vehicular homicide, which most certainly is different than second-degree murder with maximum, I would say. I don't know. It's different state to state, but
that's why I believe everywhere across the board, second-degree murder if you get intoxicated driving. And another thing too, every time there's one of these drunk drivers, they've been caught in the past and they get their driver's license taken away for a day or maybe a weekend. Other than doing that, you get caught drunk driving, you get your license taken away for a year, if not longer. No, I'm not sure about there, but that's here in Canada. There's you get caught, they're like, oh well, you're only a little bit over, go home in an Uber and you'll be fine, right? Nope, friggin' take the license away. You get caught once, take it away.
But my freedoms,
yeah.
Can you imagine Texas doing that?
A license is not right. It's a privilege.
But can you imagine Texas actually doing that? Just one time of getting caught with beer?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Texans would riot. They would secede over that.
Well, there's a
literally.
difference between being at .03
Do you take their license after
or
being caught with beer
.05 or
once?
drunk, you know.
Oh man, Texans. They go. Oh.
Johnny Hockey described it as a fierce and passionate player.
Oh, you didn't want to say up here?
I missed that part. Sorry, go ahead.
Higgins seemed apparently taken aback after he was told he'd be held at the jail pending his next hearing, saying to the judge, "I'm here until Thursday."
Good. He doesn't.
So this dipshit literally thought he would be back on the street. That's why I wanted to read that, because like this is the dipshit Higgins. Yeah.
He thinks he gets
thought he would literally be back out on the street. You don't get to go home.
No.
You just killed 2 people. We just have to figure out what charge it is for what you did. You ain't going home.
Johnny Gaudreau was drafted by Calgary Flames in the 4th round of the 2011 NHL draft out of Boston College. He signed with the Columbus Blue Jackets ahead of the 22-23 season and tailed 12 goals and 48 assists last season. Now, like that's probably his worst year in the NHL was last season. Because when he was on the Flames, he was like literally getting 100-point seasons, sometimes 80 some odd goals, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and part of it, the team composition matters.
Yeah, you got to go.
About hockey,
now, I'm not sure if the article will talk about that, but one of his best teammates was Sean Monahan. It was him, Sean Monahan, Matthew Tkachuk. But Sean Monahan and him were a team. Sean Monahan just signed with the Columbus Blue Jackets, and they were going to be back on the team. So and he went there to be with Johnny, and that's sad.
Who's that sad face in the back there?
I don't know. So, because Johnny just
Philadelphia
scored.
Flyers.
Clearly, Johnny just scored.
Somebody on the Flyers. Look at this guy.
Yeah, because Johnny just
he's
scored.
super fucking happy.
He just
but look
scored.
at this guy.
No, that's why he's happy.
This guy's like,
so,
God
yeah.
damn.
Because he got scored on by Johnny Hockey. Take it.
All right, this is just more quotes.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's it.
And he left behind a bunch of people, and also apparently an unborn child too. And like,
yeah, I didn't know.
Literally, as many.
I did not know about the unborn child. That's even worse. Jeez.
I think so. Let me make sure I read that right. We might have skipped.
Well, maybe
Matthew Gaudreau. Matthew's wife is expecting their baby, according to Columbus Blue Jackets.
I know. I'm pretty sure he has a kid already too.
So, but another one was also on the way. Yes. So it's like people who weren't even born are affected by this tragedy. It's kind of crazy how many people, because it's literally a ton.
See, look at that. In his 11 seasons, Gaudreau scored 243 career goals and 743 points. Here, I want to just try. So that's 8. Okay, so 820 games. Out of 820 games, he scored 743 points. That is amazing. That means less than 80 games, he did not get a point. So that's pretty good. Like, that's an amazing legacy.
Yeah. Here's him scoring against Samuel Ersson.
Against Philadelphia Flyers, too. Like in the first photo. So, but that's what
it might have been this guy in that other photo.
No, that's him in a Columbus jersey. He was in a Flames jersey above.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right. Well.
All right. And they just literally have even more quotes.
Now, they're not talking about Matthew's brother too much. His brother was not as popular, but his brother was. I'm pretty confident Matthew Tkachuk was. I mean, Matthew Gaudreau was.
And just all these quotes also kind of speak to the impact. I don't even watch hockey, but, you know. You don't have to have watched hockey to be impacted by this.
I guess, you know what? I was incorrect. Doesn't it look like Matthew actually played on an NHL team?
He hasn't played on an NHL team?
He's played on teams, but not an NHL team, so.
Okay.
I mean. So. He played for the Omaha Lancers, which is probably a second biggest farm team, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, rest in peace, Johnny.
That's unfortunately bad news to start the night off with. Yeah. But let's see what else we got in the news.
Now, I do hate to take this off, but it is super hot, so I'm going to remove my jersey.
Well, that's fine. At least you waited till the end of that story. And I would be honest, I don't know that I necessarily have the stories in the right order.
Okay, you're no way in the right order today.
Yeah,
Jeez, okay.
Almost like I missed that.
Okay, let's go with it. Just go with it. It's okay. I got it.
So from CTV News, woman found dead Actually, before we even do this one, you can
Yes,
see the
yes.
breaking news up here. It's literally the story we just did.
Well, this is a Canadian website.
Yeah.
Like, Canadians are like it's probably actually he's in the
yeah.
States too. He was a
Yeah, he was on all the states ones too. Anyways, woman found dead before police kill husband on I-95 bridge and discover boy's body in vehicle.
yeah.
Okay, so they found a dead woman. They had an incident on a bridge where they killed the husband of that woman, and that also involved the dead boy.
Yeah, there's a
So did this guy do? He killed everybody and then like was doing some shit like.
I'm first thinking did the boy die from gunshots or something? So
Like, what is going on? This is quite a headline.
you know, kids,
So I
police
guess
can the police kill the
gotta
kid
figure
too
it
by
out.
mistake? So
Maybe because like, you know, they shot up. There's some like story where a UPS truck or something got shot to shit.
yeah,
And a bunch of like bystanders also got hit.
yeah.
So it kind of just reminds me of that.
I remember that one.
I don't know if we should watch this clip.
Nope. Honestly, no,
I don't know
probably
what's
not worth it, so.
we haven't pre-watched it, so warning: disturbing content even in the textual part of this. A man being pursued in the killing of his wife in New Hampshire was shot by police and tumbled from the Interstate 95 bridge that connects the state to Maine. Officials said Thursday. Their 8-year-old boy was found dead in the back seat of the father's vehicle afterward.
Yeah, that's shitty.
The boy's death was not caused by gunfire from 3 law enforcement officials who discharged their firearms after the man stepped out of his vehicle and raised a weapon after failed attempts to negotiate with them. Colonel William Ross, chief of Maine State Police, told reporters. So, according to the cops, they didn't. Their boy's death wasn't caused by their gunfire, they say.
But
obviously, we have to wait for like actual autopsy evidence and shit, right?
But yeah, either the kid, yeah. But if it's a clearly a knife wound, you know it's not. Or did he die from a car?
Right. After being shot, the man fell more than 100 feet, 30 meters. Thanks, Canadian news sites doing the translation for us Americans.
Yeah.
From the bridge into the Piscataqua River, where his body was retrieved by the U.S. Coast Guard.
So was he trying to jump a bit? Oh, that's bizarre, but yeah.
So after he was shot, he fell.
Yeah.
From the bridge. But why was he on the bridge? Was that just where the chase ended? That's a weird place for a chase.
Maybe he was going to try to jump in the river and get out way with the river, but he got shot before he jumped in the river. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like he had a thought behind this.
Hey, I'm already dead. I'm going to take the jump.
The Piscataqua River Bridge was closed for 7 hours before reopening during the Thursday morning commute. Maine State Police said traffic was backed up on both sides as drivers were diverted to 2 other bridges. Well, yeah, I mean, of course, anytime you got shit like this, it's gonna fuck up traffic. Like,
okay, the episode began with the man calling police. So the man called police shortly after 2 a.m. Thursday to report domestic altercation with his wife in Troy, New Hampshire, where police found his wife's body about 100 miles away from his home in western part of the state, officials said. Okay, what? So he called it in to say he killed his wife or something? Huh. Police tracked the man's vehicle to the 4,500 foot bridge. Will you stop putting freaking meters, guys? Okay, but one or the other. Span that connects Portsmouth, New Hampshire to Kittery, Maine. Tens of thousands of vehicles cross that bridge daily.
Yeah, I've never been to either of these states, so these cities don't mean a lot to me, even as an American. But I'm trying to figure out what the hell. So the wife's body was 100 miles away at a home in the western part of the state. So I don't understand, like, why'd they go to that home? And is there multiple homes,
there has
or is
to
that
be.
the home?
I gotta wait for the documentary to come out on YouTube for this one.
This one might need a Netflix, yeah.
One Maine state trooper and 2 New Hampshire troopers fired when the man emerged from the vehicle and raised his weapon. Ross said. Witnesses reported hearing gunfire shortly after 4 a.m. Okay, police did not know the boy was in the car and discovered his body in the vehicle's back seat after the shooting, said Ross, who stressed that it was ordinarily clear that the boy was not hit by any of the bullets fired by the troopers in the confrontation. So they're for sure saying it wasn't them. So there must be something else.
They're saying they're super duper sure.
Maybe he was smothered and they know because there's no. I don't know. I'm just thinking of things. How would they know that?
Well, yeah, I mean, this guy clearly already did something bad.
Wife, so
Most
yeah.
likely killed his wife.
And
like,
then
they're just got to connect the dots a little bit more on that one. But probably, yeah.
But suicide by cops is killing yourself too.
Suicide by cops is just another way of getting it done, isn't it?
A state police spokesperson declined to provide details, but said the assessment was based on observation made by law enforcement officials at the scene. So yeah, so they're saying that. No names were released on Thursday. The family had recently moved to Troy, and police were having difficulty tracking down family members to make notifications. So they might not even know the next of kin yet.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's just this all just happened. So.
An autopsy was scheduled Friday for a woman who was shot. After which more information on the investigation will be released. New Hampshire's AG John Formel, state police Mark Hall said in a statement. Yeah. Okay, I don't.
So yeah, they're doing the autopsy today. So possibly on Monday we might see a follow up, depending on if they release any of the details of it. You know,
this is just
they may withhold it because if they don't have like a guilty plea already locked in, they might be like, well, we gotta wait. We don't want to.
And there's gonna be footage. It says right there, there's cameras. You know that footage is gonna make its way out, and we're gonna see it sooner or later. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And they're just saying a bunch of vehicles use the bridge, but yeah, there are multiple cameras in use on the bridge to monitor traffic. But there is no record of the shooting because they're not set to record. So.
But somebody is always recording. I guarantee someone has a computer on screen record for that exact reason. You know, like they're probably live cameras that you can watch anytime you want.
Well, we should have several body cams.
Yes, that as well. Yeah, body cameras and.
If not also dash cams from the police vehicles.
And why isn't it recorded? You think that's something they'd record? You know, like.
Well, what are you going to do? Record every moment of every day of a bridge?
Well, yeah, and they keep it for 30 days, and that way if they have something they got to go back on, they can, you know? Like, I don't know.
That's a lot of effort, though, you know? Do you know how many gas stations and convenience stores have cameras that are just like this, that don't record? They're just there?
Yeah. No, if they didn't even work.
Like
right?
most of them. Most of them. They're literally just a fear tactic in a lot of places. Because just simply having something is enough to deter.
No, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
And these cameras, probably the intent of these cameras is to help maintain a reasonable speed for traffic. You may not go, you know, the speed limit. It may be like 65. You may go 75. But without this camera, you were probably going to go 85 because no one's watching. If someone's watching, I'll only go 9 or 10 over, you know? Because 9 over, what are you going to do? Pull me over for 9 over? That makes you the dick. Right?
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I was, you know, in GTA, we get pulled over for single digits.
Yeah.
That actually happened to me today.
No shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's not much more on it looks like.
No, that's actually the end. It literally, we have to await the autopsy, which I think I'm more interested in the autopsy of the son.
Yeah,
just because like they're saying they're abundantly clear. Okay, then make it abundantly clear to the public so that we don't have to think that something really bad happened. You know, like
maybe
police accidentally killed a child type shit.
Maybe they don't want to talk about it because maybe the kid's body was in a bad state and. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to speculate. I am, but let's try not to.
I want to speculate until they give me the answer.
Until we figured out the answer, yeah. But I don't because.
And especially when police tell me that they're super like sure of something. Okay, then super tell me.
And again, not defending it with the police, but if they didn't know the boys back there and they opened fire when he did, they should at least admit that right off the bat. Like we returned fire, but unfortunately there was a boy in the back, but we had to do what we had to do to protect ourselves, which would. Make sense, you know, like. Well,
yeah, I mean.
So.
If you did it, you should be admitting it ASAP. But then again, that's not how cops operate. Yeah. If they did it, they just bury it.
But no, it sounds like he killed his wife and he didn't have any care at all. So the guy probably killed his own son. It does definitely look that way.
And it sounds like his wife was killed by gunfire.
Yeah.
So there is a decent chance that he. Killed his son via gunfire.
But if he bled out
that's
the
why
house,
they think it's.
But if you bled out the house and they know
the
fresh
reason
blood,
they say it's.
You can tell.
Yeah, and that may be why it says it's abundantly clear. Like.
All right. Yeah, because he's dead, but there's a bullet wound, but there's no blood. Boom! It wasn't in the car.
I believe, yeah, and I think bullet wounds are distinctly different if you've already basically died to one, and then like other ones happen, like they're distinctly different because your heart pumping
Yeah, I guess you're right. So
is totally different once you're dead. It's not. So the blood spurt and spatter stuff.
well, they didn't say
There's
that.
also the directionality.
They
It may
said
be
he
like,
didn't die from the bullets. They didn't say he wasn't hit by the bullets. So
well, they said it was not bullets was not caused by gunfire from the law.
yeah, but doesn't mean he wasn't hit by the gunfire. By
Right. It doesn't mean he wasn't hit by gunfire.
All right. Well,
Now, if he was hit by their gunfire, but he was already dead, then it's fine. I mean,
that's a true statement still. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's another sad story, but.
Although, I mean, you should always be aware.
See, I was trying to keep the
behind
sad.
your target.
I was trying to keep
That's
the sad.
gun training.
But again, if he's in the back of the car, you can't see him. You don't like laying down. But I was trying to keep those sad stories apart, but that didn't work out. So we got three non-sad stories. Actually, yeah, three. Maybe one kind of sad. It's not sad, but it's
gonna be a surprise. Which one's next?
Okay.
Well, it's another death. It's another death one.
Yeah.
This one might be less sad because it's prisoner.
CBS News. John Manard, inmate who's escaped from Kansas prison in a dog crate, inspired a movie, dies at age 45. What movie is this?
I didn't know there was a movie.
Let's find out.
And I like what movie? I might watch it.
Yeah.
Especially since that's interesting. You know, you used a dog crate to get out.
We know we're watching tonight, so.
Yeah. An inmate who has escaped from a Kansas prison hidden in a dog crate became the subject of a book and TV movie. Has died behind bars. Oh, yeah, that's actually the news is he's dead. But like the news for us is there's a movie we could watch. Is there something wrong with us?
No.
John Manard, who was 45, died Sunday at the La Palma Correctional Facility, private prison in Eloy, Arizona, according to the Kansas Department of Corrections. His cause of death is pending the result of an autopsy, department spokesman Jennifer King said. So they don't even know why he died, but like, and probably other prisoners, right?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, it's a brand new movie. Here, 1 second. Let's go over here for a second. This is it. Oh, that's not first. Why would
Jailbreak Lovers.
Yeah, why I have that wrong?
Oh, Lifetime. Oh, they should have said that because that matters.
Let's see, Lifetime. Yeah, so let's go there. Boom, my bad there. And it's not good because
Tom Stevens, Catherine Bell, Roman Podhora. I don't know any of those. Catherine Bell sounds familiar for some reason, but that might just be Kristen Bell.
But boom, Jake. Yeah, so this is it. Stack TV. I think I'll be able to watch that. I don't know. Maybe we'll watch it. It's probably pretty lame, but 5.6. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's a TV 14 Lifetime movie, so it's made for like teenage girls, I think.
So apparently,
But look, he's such a bad boy. And like she's just trying to help out a bad boy, and she's like just an innocent pet doctor.
It's just like that. It's just like that one movie about the two jail people, like this one prison guard who helped an inmate escape because she thought he was in love. And the weird thing is they both had the same last name, but they weren't related. But she ended up getting him out of prison, got him away because she was transporting him. Anyway, long story short, she ended up being killed by police, and he's back in jail.
That's almost like Romeo and Juliet.
but he didn't die. He's just back in jail. So, all right. So let's see how this goes.
I think we have to say spoiler alert for anything because we're about to say stuff that, like, if you're gonna watch the movie, this is a spoiler. Manard was serving a life sentence for a suburban Kansas City killing at a prison in Lansing, Kansas, when he met Toby Young, a married mother of two who worked helping prisoners trade animals for adoption. They struck up a romantic relationship.
Okay.
So he had a life sentence for...
So he was at 27 years old at the time. Okay, so... What was he in there for what?
For murder, I guess? For a suburban Kansas City killing.
Okay. And he met a mother who had no father, and she was like, let's pick this prison inmate. That seems like a good idea.
Married mother of two.
Yeah, married mother. So yeah, she's even married.
Yeah.
What the frig?
I mean, he's hooking up with a married lady who has kids.
Prisons, yeah.
So anyways, on February 12th, 2006, Young, then 47, hid Manard, then 27, in a crate and helped him escape. They have an age gap. Is this a problematic age gap?
Yeah, that's
47, 27?
and he was 27, or he was.
And
40.
the power dynamics, because she's like, a warden kind of, and he's an inmate.
Yeah. So
Was she taking advantage of
It
him?
seems like it. Prison
He got to escape prison for it.
officials said she took advantage of the trust she gained while running the program to drive Manard out of the prison. A guard who recognized Young did not thoroughly search the van. So, okay.
And Young is her. Okay. All right.
Huh. Well, I guess good on him. If you want to get out of prison, you got to do what you got to do. And if you have to trick someone...
but we got bad news.
What?
Young and Manard were captured 12 days after the escape.
So
12 days isn't even that long.
No, she's in jail, so...
In East Tennessee on Interstate 75 between Knoxville and Chattanooga, about 90 miles south of a remote cabin they had been sharing. According to the Kansas City Star, authorities searched the cabin and found a parakeet, sex toys, a guitar, and sheet music to the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? You see that movie?
Yeah, I don't think I've actually watched it through, so...
I don't remember watching it through, because it's a musical, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't remember. All right, well...
This is a picture of John Manard on the left. And
Oh, that's when he was in the prison program, walking the dog.
is this her?
Maybe, oh.
So this is him,
Yeah,
for sure.
a young guy.
Wow.
And then some older lady
But
who...
I need to know, is that older lady her? And John Maynard left. Is followed by safe person. Yeah, Toby Young, that's her.
Okay.
That's a cute couple.
But yeah, seems like she fucked up and she fell in love with the guy.
Yeah, it gets worse. So Young, whose husband filed for divorce after her arrest, good on him. Come on.
Yeah.
Was sentenced in state court for her role in breaking Manard out. She also pleaded guilty in federal court to giving him a gun. She was freed in 2008 and wrote about what happened in the book Living.
Okay, wait, whoa. So this 2 years, she got like 2 years for that. Then she writes a book and makes money off of it?
Yeah, because this
Crime
happened.
pays. That's exactly what
'cause
that
this
shows
happened-
there
where
in
did we say?
2006.
2006.
So that shows
In
that
2008,
crime
she's out
pays.
writing a book.
Crime pays, and it's good to... No, actually, no, it's not too good to do crime, but...
We're not advocating crime on our show, but like these results are positive results. It's kind of fucked up to get a positive result out of it.
So this is Young speaking here. John is finally free, but I'm crushed. Young, who has since remarried and goes by Toby Dorr. Toby Dorr said in Facebook
Toby
post
Dorr.
Wednesday, "I pray you have at least found the peace you were searching for, John." What? And she must be. That means that she's in her 60s now. But okay.
She went on and got remarried, but she's still like, crushed. She's
Imagine
like,
this
"Aw."
guy realizing that she did that. Like, come on, dude. You simp. Come on. But
This cat.
Yeah.
11 cat decisions gone wrong.
for some reason I didn't see the rest of the screen there, but yeah.
It's fine. The escape story was also featured on Dateline and is the inspiration behind Lifetime movie Jailbreak Brothers.
We made it,
finally
yeah,
got
so-
to. You found it way before the article got there.
Yeah.
In March 2006, letter to a Kansas City television station, Manard said he and Young, quote, have a fairy tale love the size of infinity.
Yeah.
In a letter to the Kansas City Star, Manard called himself a, quote, 17-year-old child and said the fatal carjacking that he was serving a life sentence for was a huge mistake.
So he stealed a car and he killed someone while stealing the car. All right. So,
Fatal carjacking. Yeah, I mean, you killed somebody taking
Yeah.
a car. It's like,
yeah, you were a kid and you did it, but you still did it, so it doesn't matter.
was he?
He's
Is that? I
17.
mean, is that what he means by 17?
That's what it seems like. Yeah. So.
I mean, I assume that's true. I don't feel like Googling it. We'll assume that's headcanon. So.
That's what I would take from it, right? So yeah. Okay.
Who gives a life sentence to a 17-year-old though?
Kamala Harris. Oh wait, this is Kansas. Shit. So
That was a rhetorical.
So yeah. Because
All
she
right.
has. She's done that plenty of times. So.
Will we go 4 for 4 on articles about death?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Let's find out.
No.
You've got every order wrong this whole show.
You
if
know,
we played the lottery
I-
tonight, we would have lost.
Well, yes, you would have. I would have.
From Gizmodo, Elon Musk's Optimus robot debuts at World Robot Conference. Doesn't do any robot things. Huh?
All the
Okay.
other ones did though.
All
The
right.
other ones did
So,
cool stuff. But yeah, the do you remember Optimus?
yes, we talked about it once or twice.
He was a guy in a suit.
Oh yes.
Oh no,
So-
no, they actually made like an actual Optimus
they?
as well. but,
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, it doesn't do anything. The World Robot Conference in Beijing was a marvelous exposition of our possible future and a showcase of how far Tesla's competitors have come.
Competitors.
That's where actually it's interesting what the other people are doing. This is Optimus.
Like I hope they take their time because I'm still not ready for those things to be walking around.
Optimus Prime 2.
Optimus Prime 2, yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm usually terrified. Like, the more these do, the more terrified I am.
Yeah.
You know, I watched Black Mirror. There's an
Yeah.
episode of Black Mirror where it's these robot dogs that can, like, pursue you forever. Like, the way a normal dog would, except it's a robot, so it never stops.
I don't remember that one. So
It's, I think, like, black and white. Or maybe it kind of feels like black and white.
I don't know, a lot of those ones are weird.
Yeah.
Take it back.
All right, so the World Robot Conference in Beijing was a show floor of wonder last week. I don't know what they mean by that. A show floor. Humanoid Chinese robots played the zither, folded laundry, and bested humans at the board game Go. As these modern miracles unfolded, Tesla's Optimus robot looked on, unmoving from inside a glass box. Sorry, Pumpkin is in the way. You probably saw her.
Yeah, we did.
She was just all up in that.
Okay, so
So yeah, they're doing other cool stuff. Do you know what a zither is?
no.
I need to see what a zither is.
Let's see what it is.
Okay, well, I mean, let's just look at it. Here.
Oh, so
A
it's
zither is
it's
any stringed musical instrument whose strings are the same length as its soundboard.
Huh. I think I've seen one of those before.
Yeah.
Like-
So it's almost like, I don't even know what to say. It's almost like a zither.
Yeah, it's I get what
Like,
that
it
is
is-
now, yeah. So, okay.
Yeah, it's an interesting musical piece, but I know laundry and I know Go. You know Go?
Yeah.
The one where you like
Here you go.
have the little pebbles and you flip and stuff, or you lock them in or whatever. The conference took place in Beijing and ran from August 21st to the 25th. So I guess it's all done now. So if you wanted to attend, it's already too late. Attendees were a who's who of Chinese robotic developers, and some were on hand to show off a vision of the future where humanoid machines do humanity's manual labor.
Okay, we don't have enough jobs as it is. Let's. Well, right now, until all the baby boomers die. So maybe this is a good
Yeah.
thing. Because all the baby boomers are dying. And that means soon we'll need more jobs.
So they've got just a 2-minute clip here. Oh, that's the zither right there. I assume because
Okay.
it's got what they were describing as long as the soundboard thingy, the strings as long as the board. Okay, I'm not scared of
It's
that.
pretty
That's
quiet.
fine.
Can you turn up
right?
a little bit, please?
Oh, are you listening to her?
Whoa. We're going to try.
With its own strength when it comes to large language model, movements, and interaction capabilities.
星空大模型和超脑机器人平台，对
Our Spark AI large model and Ultra Brain robot platform have empowered
I'm
more
not scared of
than
this one back
420
here.
robot companies.
He's ready to
We
fight.
launched the humanoid robot to test and strengthen our foundations.
人机器人它要走进千家万户，未来
Humanoid robots will ultimately enter thousands of households and will definitely augment human productivity in the future. We hope they not only provide functional support, but more importantly, be spiritual companions.
At
Yeah.
the same time, some
Spiritual
robots that can be
companions.
used in specific
Kitty
scenarios
cat.
are becoming more and more affordable and approachable. This cute-looking chess-playing robot can be bought for a few $100s. More importantly, it's
That's not
professional
chess.
chess and beat me in 5
I forget what
minutes.
that's called, but
Let's go.
that's go. That's not
现在的
go.
人工智能，如果
It is indisputable fact that today's
Maybe, yeah, it
artificial
is go, never
intelligence
mind.
has
Yeah, okay.
surpassed the humans in playing chess.
All right. Well, I think
But what
that's.
we hope is to use intelligence to train intelligence.
I'm not scared of the one
Only with
playing
a better
Go.
coach to teach and
Do
practice
we have any
with
others in
you,
this video?
can you achieve better improvement.
Distance that we always hope for, machines invented by humans can now in turn train human IQ.
Okay.
Together we can perceive.
I think that's all. So they didn't show anything that has me scared. There was one video I've seen of robot dogs that is pretty scary.
Yeah.
But those all seemed clunky and not fast enough. I could run away from all those. You know what I mean?
I saw one where a dog was looking at a robot dog and it was very confused.
I saw a video of a cat looking at a cat made out of Legos.
Yeah.
It didn't like the Lego cat.
Probably not.
It's pissed off at it. The Astrobot S1 was there performing Chinese martial arts and writing calligraphy with a brush. Why didn't they show us some of the martial arts?
It's probably, I don't know. India.
The Galbot and Turuibot robots proved their worth by bagging groceries and moving soda cans around some shelves.
Okay.
There's those job-taking robots you're worried about.
No, those are jobs that
literally.
some people really rely on because they're hurt, and that's the only thing they can do. You know, like.
Apparently, Agrabo is gonna ship machines to customers this October. What machines? I don't trust.
Well, if they start getting these robots that doing people jobs, they definitely have to UBI. They definitely have to start putting that everywhere. But.
Okay, yeah, no, look at this. Agrabo. You can get these this October.
What is it? Let's see.
Boom. Which one do you want?
Whoa, what? Okay, what's the far one on the left? The X1. The X1. No, the right. Sorry, the right. My bad. The right.
I can't click any of this. These are just pictures.
Shit, so I don't know. We
If I
gotta
knew Japanese, maybe there's a...
translate it or something, you know.
Or Chinese, or...
I got a translator on my phone, but you're not going to be able to see it.
I don't know. But none of this is clickable, but these are the robots you can get.
Here, can you go back up so I can see?
Here we go. Here's more information about it.
Okay, so that's a basic... Oh, see, that's a basic version. Practice room, training room, sports. The ultimate...
Oh, look, this one probably does vacuuming.
Let's see. That's the pick and place and transfer, parts loading and unloading, power battery plug-in, CNC machine loading and unloading, pallet loading and unloading.
Yeah, this one can move your boxes for you.
Oh, wow. So those are for warehouses. Those are what Amazon.
Okay, but this is the one you wanted to know right here. This is the weird face one. This is gonna be the dancing robot, right?
Maybe.
What's all this say?
Well, 1 second. So the one on the left is a mail order Algobot. Full stack. Open source components available for sale. Okay. And then the one on the right, it's coming soon.
There's a jetpack on the right.
Okay. Well, that's creepy.
Allegedly they're gonna have stuff in people's houses. I have no idea if any of this is like legit, but I also can't read any of this.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
But that's a thing. And Tesla's Optimus isn't doing anything. It doesn't do anything.
Or they're just waiting until it's completely perfect, then they're gonna come out and be like, "Ha, beat you all." So
that'd be cool, but like, why'd you do that thing in 2021?
To make people think. I don't know. It's all part of his 3D chess, you know.
And we all remember that, but of course this article is gonna rehash that.
Okay.
Wait, is it different?
I don't think we need to watch any more videos.
China's home to the
it's
most
30 seconds.
robots in the world, but here at the World Robot...
Wait, that's the same thing.
There it is. Just, it's a little bit different.
Is it?
Maybe
robots, humanoids, are taking off.
Because we saw that one. We saw the
cooks serve you a soft drink.
Well, this one's different, right?
Room. These are just some of the examples of the 27.
That's a little scary. That right there.
That's a human.
He's got the same.
So.
Okay, that might be why it's scary.
No,
but look, it's got the same like tint and coloring as RoboCop.
Yeah.
Right, which had that other machine android or whatever that if you don't comply, it shot you. You remember that?
I have to go back and watch RoboCop. I have to definitely go back and watch it. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'd buy that for $1.
being
But yeah, this one's a little scary.
There's still a long way to go in terms of actually working in your own home, but it's stiff competition for Tesla, who is also here with his Optimus inside a clear box.
Inside a clear box, yeah. Oh, well, look at that! It's showing our YouTube video. So.
Oh, that's us.
That's
I
us.
thought it was just. I thought I was just getting more bad. I'm
Nope,
like, God
that's
damn
us.
it! Everyone's showing it, but that's us actually. That's
Yeah.
our fault.
So.
The video had a big impact on marketing. Yeah, I think we're perfect.
Yeah.
With this article.
Let's hit the last. We only have one
I mostly
article.
just wanted to see some of the robots and see if I'm scared of them. So.
We do have one more article here. And
This is Tesla's thing. I think this is Elon Musk saying 2026.
there, so
he is still saying he's going to have it. It's just coming soon. So we have one more story.
Yeah, you can take it.
CTV News has this one for us as well. Police in a suburban New York county have made their first arrest under a new law banning face masks.
Yeah,
okay.
About a month, not even a month ago, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, this law came into effect because a lot of people are wearing the face mask, not to hide from COVID, but simply just to hide their face and do crimes. Now, it's we didn't read too much on it. I know we didn't talk about it, but yeah, that's pretty much why they did that, from what I heard. Let's see what this article goes into.
And how is it worded?
I don't know. It was a long time ago I saw the article. So
the law criminalizes wearing face masks to hide identities in public spaces, except in cases for medical, religious, or cultural purposes. Let's make sure there's not more to that.
All right. Well.
Yeah, I'm just going back to a story that did talk about that. I'm sure this article will go into it anyways, though, right?
Let's hope so.
So, police in the suburbs of New York City made the first arrest under a new local law banning face masks. Officials announced Tuesday. Nassau County Police say officers on Sunday night responded to reports of a suspicious person on a street near the Levittown and Hicksville town line, about 30 miles, 48 kilometers east of Manhattan. Thank you for that translation.
Yeah.
They found Westlin Omar Ramirez Castillo wearing black clothing and a black ski mask that covered his face except for his eyes.
Yeah, in this summer that's pretty sketchy. You know, like it's not a COVID mask. It's literally, you're probably up to something. Okay, what else does it say?
Yeah, but I don't believe in criminalizing probablys. Apparently they do here in this local jurisdiction.
Well, sometimes crime rate gets out of
this county level thing, because they're saying it's a local law, so this is a county level law. So it's not like all of New York.
Well,
certainly not all of New York
depending on the
State.
situation, like how much of a problem have they had?
Not even all of New York
People are
City.
being murdered from people just because that, and they want to show some faces. But
I'm not going to justify a law that criminalizes face masks. I think that's stupid.
I personally don't, but I have been wrong.
Because they immediately throw exemptions
Yes.
in there. So are you okay with the religious exemption?
Again, not depends on where it is.
How do you know this person didn't do it because of his religion?
But that's like back in the day with the face mask on like anywhere. All you had to say is like, I have a medical issue and they can do it. That's all you have to say.
Okay.
But a
So
ski
what if
mask.
this guy had a medical issue? He hasn't gotten a chance to say
but
anything.
a ski mask isn't for medical. Like a ski mask is a ski mask. You know, like if someone
What
had
do you
some
mean a ski mask isn't
if somebody
medical?
ski mask, you don't put that on to get away from COVID. That's not stopping COVID. So.
Who said COVID? You said medical.
Medical. What's the medical reason for a ski mask?
I could think of one. There was that one guy who wore a ski mask because he had like hemophilia, so he was unnaturally colder than people, so he wore a mask because his fucking head is cold.
Okay, well let's see what else is the
Or
stories.
heat. The purpose of the thing. Winter. What if it's winter? It's snowing. Can I wear it then?
Well, this is summertime.
Is there a
so
winter
yes.
exemption?
Now
This
that's
is why
where
it's
it goes
stupid
down.
as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm from Iowa. We wear this shit normally. It's normal.
You're talking to a Canadian here, so I understand that, but.
So why do you want to ban them?
Because I don't wear a face mask in the winter.
Well, that sounds like a kick the ladder type move, Mike.
Well,
Come on,
I
man.
just don't, you know?
Why you got kick?
Because.
Why?
So-
How can he kick? How can she slap thing?
But yeah, okay. What else? What else is this going on?
But
about?
anyways, we don't know his rationale.
Was there
for
more
it.
going on about it? Was he actually breaking into cars and there's a whole bunch of car
Well,
windows
let's-
broken, right? Like.
That would be certainly something to report. Those are crimes you're mentioning. So let's see. I mean, we're just at the beginning of that story. So, the department said the 18-year-old resident displayed other suspicious behavior, including attempting to conceal a large bulge in his waistband and refusing to comply with the officer's commands. Officers say the bulge turned out to be a 14-inch knife. Ramirez Castillo was placed under arrest without further incident.
Well, there's nothing on that. Like, now he had a 14-inch knife. Now, this might just be a reason for those police to give them a reason for intent, right? And now they can search you. But clearly this guy's carrying a 14-inch knife on him, which is probably illegal. I don't know. It's New York City. They got some weird laws there, so.
The lengths of knives matter.
Yeah, like in Canada, you're not allowed a knife no longer than 5 inches and a blade. So.
Yeah, and they're pretty dumb laws in my opinion.
So like this right here, this knife that I carry on me 24/7, that's got about 4-inch blade, 3.5, 4-inch blade. But that's all that matters, as long as that's not 5 inches.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And for the record, I use it for a lot of things. Like that's glue, tape. I use it daily for many things. You know. Yeah. So. Defending myself? No, I'm joking. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, the guy had a knife. Now maybe is that why he was arrested, and they just tacked on the face mask charge? Concealing a weapon, and they're like, oh well, let's tack on this charge.
So he was arraigned Monday in Nassau County District Court in Hempstead on misdemeanor charges of criminal possession of a weapon and obstructing governmental administration.
Refusing to give ID or something, probably.
Well, yeah, because he hadn't committed a crime.
But some
these are the only two charges. These are the only two charges.
So
they don't have a mask charge.
Yeah, that's not a mask charge. So.
Where's the mask charge? It led to the obstruction charge. That's why you need that one. The predicate crime is important. You can't obstruct if there's no predicate crime.
But if he was trying to conceal the weapon in front of him and they saw what they believed was a weapon, that's probable cause.
But we're not talking about probable cause. We're talking about obstructing governmental administration.
He refused to give ID. I don't know if that's what that is, but...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's for him refusing to give ID. They were trying to get his ID for, suspicion. They can basically say whatever they want. I think having a knife doesn't really... That's not enough. Sorry. This is dumb. Lieutenant Scott, police department spokesperson, said Ramirez Castillo will also be facing a misdemeanor violation of the face mask law.
In the coming days.
They do have this.
So they're just in the coming days. Not now, but in a few days. That's weird, but...
Well, I mean, everything's in the coming days.
Yeah. But like
that's how our law system works. They're gonna dick this guy around forever.
18 years old, and I guess
Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, a Republican who signed the mask ban into law earlier this month, said Sunday's arrest showed the rule is working.
There's a Republican in New York.
Does it?
My thing is there's Republicans in New York. Isn't like that the blue state?
This is county level.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Do you understand how elections work? This is what down ballot means.
So
there's county, there's city, there's state, and then there's federal.
Yeah, but see, we do that.
Just because New York is a blue state doesn't mean New York is every county is blue.
Okay,
and every city is blue.
Like we have
a lot of rural cities are blue, and a lot of rural cities are the entirety of a county.
But like here, like for instance, it's like. Yeah, I guess you're right. Same thing, but it's all votes different. All the votes are on different days. They're not all on the same time. They're literally all different times of the year. So you can't vote down blue. You can't vote down red. You got to vote down. You vote one person pretty much.
So, if we look at I just googled 2020 election map of New York, and you actually look at New York here.
So it's more red than blue, but it's a Democrat. Yeah, because
all these counties, these lines are drawing the districts and shit. So like, it's not always lining up with counties. Districts and counties are technically different, but like, yeah, you can see there's big swaths where it is all red.
So the states have more than half red, but they're a blue state because of New York City.
If you were,
right? That's why.
Now if you were to place the actual cities on this map and see where New York City is and the other big cities you've heard of, they're in the blue sections.
Yeah, which is the majority of the population, which is
where the majority of the population is. Yeah.
All right. Well.
So yeah, this Nassau County, I'm sure if we were to find it on that map, is a red county.
Well, they was Republican, so probably right. So.
Yeah. So. Our police officers were able to use the mask ban legislation as well as other factors to stop and interrogate an individual who was carrying a weapon with the intent to engage in a robbery.
So.
Oh, well, how'd they decide that?
Well,
passing this law gave police another tool to stop this dangerous criminal.
But okay, well, you get pulled over with burglary tools in your trunk, like a lockpick. It's against the law, right? You're clearly having a lockpick on you for doing something. So
He didn't have a lockpick.
I'm not okay. I'm just using that. The mask is to conceal his face too. Is that what they're getting at, right? Like
having a mask concealing your face is intense
in the middle of the summer when
engage in a robbery.
Yeah, in the middle of the summer with a 14-inch knife. So
that's gonna be a hard one to argue in court, I hope, because that sounds silly. Simply wearing a mask is intent to do a robbery, regardless of any other factor. It's also a knife. A knife and a mask. I'm doing a robbery and I'm going to take a knife and a mask?
I got robbed with a knife and a guy with a mask on. So, yes.
Are we doing a mugging? That kind of robbery?
I got robbed at a liquor store. Guy came in with a mask on and a knife. He put it to my throat and he robbed me. So, yes, him wearing a mask and a knife was enough to rob me. So, I gave him the money.
Yeah, that happened. I'm not saying it didn't, but like, what is the rest of the context for this? Usually you want context. You don't seem to need context for this one.
Well, it seems like he was trying to...
You seem to be guilty of mask on this guy.
No, he was trying to... I get the mask in. So many people in here...
What if the knife was for protection? You carry a knife for protection.
Not a 14-inch knife. I keep a legal knife that's on me, you know?
So his knife is too long for you? You're jealous?
No, I'm not at all. Because you can
do
more...
14-inch knife.
Yeah, and that's a pretty bizarre... It's pretty hard to swing a 14-inch knife. You might get one swing before... But
it's actually a kind of unwieldy weapon to do the crime with, if we're being honest.
You go up to somebody with a knife or anything, you're going to scare them, and the guy's usually going to give you what they want, unless they have a gun and they fight back.
What does a 14-inch knife look like?
Well, just over a foot.
Yeah, I mean, this is too long. I wouldn't use this long of a knife. But...
So yeah,
these also just look like hunting knives too.
I'm sure, like you brought up a good point though. What about in the winter? So that's gonna be something they have to talk about, right?
So when my dad goes out hunting, he wears a face mask and has a knife. I don't know how long his knife is, but you're saying that's enough to arrest my father.
Now, if he's out in the woods but hunting, that's a different thing. Yes,
that's the context. That's the context you're not asking.
But this
for
guy's in the city in the middle of the night. In dark clothing with a ski mask on, trying to conceal a knife from police that are passing him. So yes,
but where in the city?
But it doesn't matter.
Why?
It's like, yeah, but why exactly?
Where
why?
And why?
Why are you trying to hide this knife from people that are like? Why are you?
You haven't even questioned why he might. What if there's a good reason? What if he's a hemophilia and needs the mask for his own warmth?
Okay,
and
cool.
what if it's New York City, so he has a knife for protection? Are those two unreasonable things to argue in court?
Well, then argue it in court.
That's what I'm going to argue.
Then argue it in court. So.
I mean, he's going to have a defense attorney, and I'm hoping he wins, is my take on this, because he didn't do a crime yet. We're trying to pre-crime this guy.
But like here, again, here in Canada, where I am, if I'm walking down the street and a cop comes up to me and asks for my ID, I'm legally supposed to give it to him. Like, I can't deny him. I'm walking down the street. I have to give him it. You have to have ID on you 24/7. Outdoor your house, of course.
That sounds pretty awful. You guys should probably not do that. That's Do you remember Nazi Germany had a thing called Papers, Please?
I heard of it.
And we all it's kind of like you guys are doing that.
Want to hear another fun fact about Nazi Germany? They had a campaign. Hitler had a campaign before he took over of joy. Let's make the country joy. I don't know if you knew who said that recently. But
that's the new talking point
for Kamala Harris,
because we had Hope or whatever.
Hope, yeah. But now Kamala Harris is saying joy. History repeats itself, but whatever. But
so the Fourth Amendment protects American citizens. I know you in Canada don't have a constitution, but the Fourth Amendment protects people from unreasonable searches and seizures.
Yes.
Unreasonable searches and seizures are literally when you just walk up as the Gestapo and say papers now. That's unreasonable. You actually have to have a reasonable reason in America. Now, each state has passed their own varying levels of laws of whether or not police could just get ID from you. So in a couple states, yeah, they can. And
New York is probably one of those states.
Unconstitutional. And you go look at those states, and you go look at those jurisdictions, just take a wild guess what color it's going to be.
Yes, regardless of that. Though,
red. It'll be red in those places. Because that's a conservative stance. They push for that legislation, specifically. They love stop and ID. That's a conservative thing they try to legislate everywhere.
Well, everyone should have ID on them, but I get not
But
showing
you
them.
should have to have
you
a
should-
reason.
Yeah. No, I get that. I have refused cops, and they usually don't push you on it. They're like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "I'm not telling you. Just keep moving." And they're like, "Oh shit. Well, okay, right." But
So you broke the law.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do what too bad.
You said if they want your ID, they can get
Yeah.
it. And you told them to pound sand. That's illegal.
It's just I'm good. Anyway.
But also, like, it's just think about it in GTA RP terms. A cop just walks up and demands your ID. Like, you're gonna be like, why? Say why. Say something other than just give me ID, right?
And then they're gonna hit a quick key, and you're gonna be in handcuffs.
There's police in a few of the states, I don't even know how many, where they literally can do that, and you can't say why. It's stupid. It makes no fucking sense. It blatantly violates what the Fourth Amendment says. I don't know why it's not challenged, other than that Republicans don't care about the Constitution. That's the only thing I can come up with. Because it's just plain as day. The Fourth Amendment's not one of those where it's like a militia or not a militia type shit. The Fourth Amendment is very clear. It's not about a militia or not a militia. It's each person is free from unreasonable searches and seizures. Government civil asset forfeiture in many states is also unconstitutional, but upheld at a state level. It's bullshit. It's fucking stupid. We have a constitution. We can blatantly violate it.
So yeah, right. So yeah, the law gives police the very least reasonable suspicion to conduct a stop. So yeah, the retired New York City police officer explained by phone. Under reasonable suspicion, police can forcibly stop a person in New York State. Stop a person in New York State, it says, if they're suspected of committing a felony or penal law misdemeanor. I don't know what that means, but which is where this new law falls.
Yeah, I don't know why I said penal law. You could have just said misdemeanor.
Okay.
And yeah, this mask law is a misdemeanor. So, and the reason it's saying state level there is because
the state law exists, and they use the state law to get the city law. Or
well, they use the county level mask thing to serve as the reasonable suspicion that is required under state level law in order to do what they're doing. But then they also said above they didn't need the mask to do this, that they were going to do it anyways.
Okay. What else does this go on to? Is it just going to go on in circles, or probably now like, oh, we've got stuff for this and that?
I don't know where it said it, but up there they said they didn't even need the mask thing to do this.
Okay, well, it says they didn't necessarily need the law, so yeah, they were going to stop it no matter what.
Scott Banks, attorney-in-chief at the Legal Aid Society of Nassau County, which is representing Ramirez Castillo, challenged that notion. So this whole article up to this point has been the police side.
Yeah.
Just so we know, and so we're clear. We're finally getting the other side now. There is no basis to believe that wearing a face mask was intended to conceal identity or criminal behavior, and if that was the basis of the stop, I believe there is a basis to conclude the stop was unlawful.
Okay, that's probably going to be his lawyer.
But this is where they're going to argue it wasn't just the mask, and that's why already above they were saying not just the mask, because
but was the mask?
They don't want to actually defend the county level law. They want to use the.
It gives them, but it gives them a reason. That's what it is.
You had a bulge is the other they're going to use, by the way. Skrinicki declined to comment, adding that police and county officials will discuss the incident at a news conference Wednesday, and they'll say the exact same thing we're already reading.
And that was the other day, actually, because this was from Wednesday.
Yeah. The New York Civil Liberties Union, which has criticized the new law, repeated its warning that the mask ban is, quote, ripe for selective enforcement by a police department with a history of aggression and discrimination.
Sorry. I'm just going to throw this out there. They have a full ski mask on and all black clothes and their skin's covered. I guess you could discriminate for the mask, but you can't discriminate based on color for that. But I guess discriminate for wearing a mask. Okay, I can see that.
Well, and wearing a ski mask doesn't mean that no part of your skin is showing.
Yeah, well, you're probably wearing everything else. If you're going to ski mask, long it says black clothing. It said he was wearing all black clothing on a ski mask. So it sounds like he was covered from head to toe.
That's not how I would read that. Did it say gloves?
It said in black clothing. It did not say gloves.
Yeah, black clothing would be separate from gloves. Gloves would be something notable to mention. I'm wearing clothing.
Yeah.
But look what my hands look like. They don't have gloves. So, also, have you ever worn a ski mask?
No. So.
The eye holes and mouth holes.
Yeah, but you can still have them.
Have you ever worn one?
They're still pretty small, and you can hide it, and it's dark out.
It's pretty easy to tell what race the person is underneath the mask most of the time.
I don't know, the guy who robbed me, I did not see what color he was. I still don't know to this day, because he had everything on when he came in.
I'm not saying that you're going to necessarily notice, but like, it's not impossible to see. But either way, you know, selective enforcement is definitely something they do in New York. They love that shit. Stop and frisk was some shit they love doing too.
Okay.
Disability Rights of New York, a group that advocates for people with disabilities, filed a legal challenge last week arguing that the mask law is unconstitutional and discriminates against people with disabilities.
There it is. So
hemophilia.
It seems like it's going to maybe get turned around. Let's see.
What's a county level thing?
Yeah.
Where it's a red fucking county. So.
And then the state or federal government can step in, can't they?
It depends. Really depends. The federal class action lawsuit seeks a temporary restraining order and a preliminary injunction to immediately stop enforcement of the ban. But notice that says temporary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where American law gets really dumb. Getting things to go away is really fucking hard, turns out.
And now
the Mask Transparency Act was approved by the county's Republican-controlled legislature in response to, quote, anti-Semitic incidents often perpetrated by those in masks. Since the October 7th start of the Israeli...
Well, to be fair, and I'm going to kind of be not flip-flop there, but most people are doing a crime, they're just going to wear a mask, regardless. So, yes, they're doing a crime, they're going to put a mask on.
Yeah, but they're trying to criminalize going to a protest in a mask. What is wrong with going to a protest in a mask?
Well, when the riots break out, that's when you're like, okay, who? Because a riot breaks out and there's 10
Are
people
you
there.
pre-criming? Are you doing a pre-crime right now?
I'm just saying.
I'm at a protest, not a riot.
And
I'm at a protest in a mask.
I said, and when riots break out, no.
So masks are bad at a protest because riots can happen?
If a riot
so we better arrest
out,
anybody in a mask at a protest?
Sure, why not? That's what I said, yeah.
No, sure, don't do that. But apparently in New York, in Nassau County, they can do that. Going to a protest in a mask is an intent to rob somebody, turns out. Intent to looting.
Well, most of these
this is a really silly reason to take away people's freedom. This is literally taking people's freedoms.
And this freedoms have been taken by every day, and this is just one of hundreds of new things.
And they're doing it in the name of October 7th, just like after fucking 9/11, they took our freedoms away, inch by inch by inch by inch by inch. And we look back on it and know that that's what was happening now. But why, in the moment, looking at it, is it not so obvious that this is literally infringing on freedoms?
Then the people should have went out and said something. Can't the people...
We have a Fourth Amendment that constitutionally protects this. We have a First Amendment that constitutionally protects this.
Then
going to a protest in a mask is protected by both those. You should not be able to get my ID. Fuck you. But in Nassau County, you can. At least until this Republican-controlled legislature changes.
Well, we'll probably not hear about anything about this again.
There's only so much that courts can do when the legislature has it in the laws.
But
that temporary injunction is temporary. The law book's not temporary.
It's not even a temporary one yet. They're asking for a temporary one.
Yeah, they haven't even gotten the temporary pause on this thing that's legislated. It was approved.
But yeah,
it's apparently there and done.
Anything else on this story?
Yeah, the law makes it a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a $1,000 fine for anyone in Nassau to wear a face covering to hide their identity in public.
Jaywalking can get you 6 months in jail or a $500 fine here. It's usually the $500 fine. So.
Yeah. It exempts people who wear masks, quote, for health, safety, religious, or cultural purposes, or for the peaceful celebration of a holiday or similar religious or cultural event for which masks or facial coverings are customarily worn.
Okay, well then just come up with your own religion and be like, I wear a mask 365 days a year.
No, I want to be able to wear a mask while protesting.
So, then wear one.
I want to be able to wear a... No, I can't. It's not in here. It's not in the exemptions. And I am trying to hide my identity. That is the purpose. At a protest, hiding your identity makes sense and should be allowed. You know why?
I personally, in my opinion, I believe if you want to go to a protest, you should show who you are and stand behind. Why? Because you're showing them that you're standing up.
You should force yourself to be faced with the repercussion.
I've been to protests and I never once
of having an opinion.
So I never once in my face at night. Yeah, that's
so
my. Yeah, that's
you
my...
understand they're using facial recognition.
Yeah, it is
software,
what it is. So.
Right, and tracking people and adding them to lists where police harass them.
They're watching us right now, and when I say they, I'm not but
you're saying that they should be allowed to have all that. You're on their team.
No,
they should have your face at all times.
Well, they have your face no matter what anyway. It's
not
hard.
If I wear a mask to the protest. So. If I wear a mask, they don't have my face.
Yeah,
but I can't in Nassau County. Okay. I can in this county. In Colorado, I can do that. I can go to a protest wearing a mask. In fact, if somebody wants to see that happening, Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan has a video where Amir on the street wears a full face mask and goes to the political shit that's going on right now.
I thought you said you're in the background or something with a mask on, but
I could go put a mask on for this show, but that's not. I'm in my apartment, so that's not brave.
Yeah, well,
yeah. I think that what people should do in Nassau County. I don't live there, but if I was there, I'd try to organize people to all go to a protest. Everyone wearing a face cover.
And that's the thing; they're not going to stop everybody. So.
And specifically in protest of this, what was it called? Mass Transparency Act, which is dumb, especially passing it in the name of some foreign thing. Israel? You're passing it in the name of Israel? Really?
All right.
There's a correction here. The story was first published August 27. It was updated August 28 to correct the court in which the defendant was arraigned. Okay.
So we already read the correction. They already did the correction. They just
we said Nassau County up there.
Okay.
So.
But yeah, I'm boiling away here, so I think we should wrap up the show.
Yeah, that's all we've got with that one.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. I don't think there's many people here, but if you have it, please hit that subscribe button. Every subscription helps us grow, and give that a like and say a hi in the comments. Conversation helps, chats help, and all that. But yeah, I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching. And if you want to be on the show, you should drop us a line. Make sure if you do drop us a line to check your junk mail, because I do respond, but a lot of people say they don't get it when I hear from them. So check your junk mail, drop us a line. We'd love to have you on for a conversation.
We sure would. And as always, we like to end our show with just a brief mental health awareness moment here, or segment. We have a place on borderlinebanter.com up here. You can click where it says it's okay not to be okay. And we have a bunch of different hotlines on here where you can get a hold of somebody, banter with somebody if you don't have somebody in your own life that wants to banter with you, or somebody you can reach out to. You got some hotlines to get a hold of people. Try to get the mental health help that you need.
For sure.
That's all I got, Mike.
Well, thank you again, everybody, for being here. Let's see if that works. I'm going to try to post that in chat. BorderlineBanter.com. Go check us out. And yeah, we will... Actually, I didn't talk to you, but because Monday's Labor Day, I think we should take that day off as well, because that's a holiday.
I feel like in the name of labor, yeah.
Okay, so we will be back Wednesday for sure. Ill or not, we're doing the show. Thank you. We'll